All right, this is episode 22 of the Toy Box Podcast. I'm mazintotoro, and this evening we're joined by Necro Oblivion.
Hey guys.
Counterpunch.
Good evening.
And Timotheus Prime.
Beast him, dragon!
All right, so let's get to the news. Let's go with an official convention first. That Hasbro has officially announced Hascon after that's been rumored for many, many months.
I'm excited but skeptical. From what I read, it sounds all exciting, but it also sounds like it's going to be a fixed location, at least next year. When it's happening September the 21st to 24th, I believe. If I have the date wrong, someone could like comment and say, "You're an idiot, you know anything." Well, I got the month right, so shut up. But I'm excited for it, but again, skeptical. But I like the idea. You'll be able to get exclusives only at that convention, not just for Transformers, all Hasbro products. So I think if you're going to Hascon and you like other things besides Transformers, Nerf, My Little Pony, Visionaries, G.I. Joe, there's going to be all these exclusives for you, and you can knock yourself out. Probably exclusive Pokemon. I mean, you name it. And I think that's cool, but I'm still skeptical. I want to see how next year it goes before I want to, maybe take a chance and go down there. Because if I go, I'm going to Disney World too, baby. I'm going to do two birds, one stone. Boom.
Those are some birds that are pretty far away.
So I guess, it sounds neat, but my concern, having gone to a BotCon, which I really enjoyed a weekend, which was totally dedicated to the Transformers brand, and you got to see product, you got to talk to people from all facets of that brand, and including IDW creators, freelance artists, shops that sold this type of things. Here, it just seems to water down into, various brands. And, it just makes me wonder if you get to have cool things like a Peter Cullen coming and having a panel with the fans for an hour. But, maybe it opens up to even more cool stuff. But it just seems like maybe, we might get a watered down version of something that I really enjoyed. The one year I went, yay me.
Well, I'll give you some glimmer of hope, Necro. In the PowerPoint pictures, they did show pictures. It talked about the will-be exclusive guest, and the picture was Frank Welker and Peter Cullen.
Yeah, I think they're going to be big about meeting different personalities related to the brands. See the people behind the characters that we see on screen.
They'll be able to pay them more, too, than BotCon was able to.
One thing I'm kind of concerned about is I know at BotCon things got very strange about third-party product, or even just fan artists sometimes.
I remember the fan artist part, but they managed to squash that relatively quickly. But the third-party part, I think, is just gone.
Yeah,
so I really wonder, was that a
gone.
Hasbro mandate or was that a FunPub mandate?
That was a Hasbro mandate, and FunPub going, we like to be a licensee, so we're just going to go ahead and do this out of abundance of caution.
All right, well, that'll definitely limit what product will be there. So that's something that's kind of disappointing.
Yeah.
So probably unless you're an official IDW artist or in some capacity, maybe you won't even be available to be there.
I think we should just kind of wait and see till we get more updates. I mean, it's still a year off, and they're letting us know at least a year in advance, hey, we're working on it. We got something coming. We didn't leave you guys. Now, I'm wondering about a collector's club. Are they going to have that, bring that back, and you get maybe a discount if you go to this convention? Something like that. But it will definitely be more corporate organized than fan-based. That I'm expecting, because they're going to be more... there's going to be more red tape that you would have to go through, and they will legally protect themselves on every IP infringement, everything known to man. So third party will definitely not be there. They'll be more stricter on certain things, but it will be like a big commercial experience. But hopefully they'll make it fun, and that way people want to keep going to it. So, like I said, I'm optimistic, but we'll wait and see. But it sounds like they do have plans for the fans, and they keep talking about how collectors are a big part of that, which I'm enjoying hearing for a change instead of for many, many years we weren't a part of anything.
So I guess you're saying don't be a Negatron.
Don't be a Megatron.
Be an
Be a
Optimist Prime.
Yes.
Yeah, I love that little meme.
Very good.
But yeah, so it's been announced. We really don't know enough yet. But yes, there will be exclusives. I still want a Twilight Sparkle Leo Convoy.
Ship it.
I would ship that. I ship
My
lots of
little
things. My little convoy. Oh, I love it.
Starscream should be remolded into a Rainbow Dash.
See, I think Blur.
Like her alt mode should be a jet and then turn into a pony.
No, I think Starscream would be crap. What's the white one?
Starscream. Let's see. It's not Fluttershy. Oh gosh, the one with the diamonds on her. Oh my gosh, I forgot the name. Let's see. Fluttershy. What's her name?
Biscuit.
Huh? No.
No. All right.
Rarity.
Rarity. Yeah, Starscream would be Rarity.
Yeah. And I think a crossover like that would be fun and amusing at the same time. And I think it would do really well if it's executed better than previous crossovers have been. I think it'd be cool if they brought back crossovers as a universal line, not just Star Wars crossovers, Marvel, just everything.
Anyway,
Run.
TFCON news. TFCON,
Hey,
yay!
Yay!
Alright, so Action Toys had some more Machine Robo toys on display. I think most people probably know the Machine Robo line as Gobots over here. I don't know about you guys, but I'm very excited to see more entries into this. I don't know, does anyone besides me care about these guys?
I don't really have a lot of background on them. I tried, looking through them and all, and sadly, I was like, "Hey, where's my scooter at?" But I watched as a kid, but I definitely don't have the same memories as I do another transforming robot brand.
Scooter is so worthless. Yeah, help me! Leader One, where are you? Leader One, where are you? Help me!
We all need a damsel in distress somewhere on our shelves.
If I can get Gyro Robo and maybe like a little figure of the guy from Robot Chicken talking about Gyro Robo, that would be really cool.
Yeah, personally I'm really excited for, I guess it'd be Jet Robo. Just because I really like Blue Jet on Machine Robo Revenge of Kronos. So yeah, was very worried because seems like he keeps getting pushed back with the releases, but there he was at TFCON, looking quite pimpin', so that's what I'm really wanting right now.
I was a little surprised that they had larger robots there too. And again, you'll have to forgive me because I'm not really as familiar with them, but you had some construction type looking guys out there, and I don't know, someone looked like a really cool crossover hunters brawl, I guess would be the best way to describe it.
Yeah, it's kind of strange, like a lot of the characters don't really get too much face time. It's kind of like 3 of them are kind of the primary protagonists of the series, and then another one who I think never got any proper toy, at least in the Gobots toy line originally. If they do a Devil Satan 6, I would be so sold.
That'd be cool.
Devil Satan 6 is the best name for a combiner ever.
Yeah. And one day I will go through that series. I'm still at episode 2, but I will go through Revenge of Kronos. It will happen.
Yeah, I just have the first couple DVDs. That's all that Central Park Media released in the US. I should try to find it sub someday. No, they released 3, yeah. But I have 2 out of the 3.
YouTube is your friend for good subs.
Okay, I'll have to remember that. Alright, so Mastermind also revealed they're going to do a reformatted, not Megatron. This looks just straight up to be an IDW-style Megatron. There'll be options for parts to have him pre-war or post-war modes. Or, obviously, the war mode, too. I'm really impressed with all these figures. It looked like they just walked off the page of the comic. So I think I'm going to pull the trigger on this one.
Yeah, it's interesting to see the Megatron. And at first I saw that like futuristic style cannon that he had before I saw that they're gonna do the more traditional rounded cannon, and that kind of won me over a little bit more. I was just really surprised to see that this was, sitting on their shelf waiting to come out. Really, I was like expecting them to go full force with the rest of the DJD and then some of those other IDW guys. But yeah, he looks good. Paint's nice on it, and again with the additional pieces to customize, and that's a really cool feature. And he's big, man. I don't know, like was it like maybe 10 inches tall, 9?
I don't know from the pics I saw. It looks good. I haven't seen a picture of the alt mode yet, but robot mode is gorgeous. It looks like a cross between the Japanese art of Super Megatron, IDW, and G1 Megatron. And it kind of, and also Maketoys is a double barrel kind of Megatron gun, the other version of Despotron.
Rioter Despotron.
Yeah. And so far, I mean, I need to see the alt mode, but there's so many Megatrons coming out. I mean, we already got official pics of Masterpiece Megatron, which looks really sweet, which took more than 2 weeks to design.
We hope.
Well, we hope. It looks good, though. You got to admit,
he looks good. It looks great.
Yeah.
I love the multiple faces.
I love the remove the switch out chest, so you can have him when he got beat by Prime, and his face too. And I love all the interchangeable faces. It's definitely gonna be Megatron to collect, and they fixed his limp barrel problem, which I was happy to see.
Yes, the infamous limp barrel picture. But yeah.
So I'm getting it. Even though it's a Japanese import and the prices are high, I have to get at least 2 of that one, simply because...
How come you have to get 2?
Okay. I never explained this in the podcast. I'll explain it. I've always had this insecurity. If it ever gets broken, I'm stuck if I didn't wait, because I only got 1 Japanese Metroplex. Great figure. Love it. But the only problem with it is that I only have 1. And if I want to get a second one, I'm out of luck because he's going for $400 right now, and that's in box. And loose, he goes for $350. So he's already completely out of my price range.
So you're scared of breaking one, and that's why you get multiples?
Well, that, and I just like to, I like to have more than one. I've always been like that. It started years ago. I think it started when Encore Sixshot came out, and I bought 7 of him. 1 for each alt mode.
See, that makes some sense on that one, but the rest of this I don't understand. Like the 2 Takara Fort Maxes.
Well, and I also like to keep one maybe to sell down the road, maybe.
Maybe.
But I haven't.
Maybe.
Yeah. That's and.
Tim, you needed 3 Takara Fort Maxes. You can have the Space Cruiser mode, the Fort mode, and the Wait, no, 4. So 1 could stay boxed.
Okay. I do have a lot of Fort Maxes. I'm a big fan of Titan class figures, and when I was a kid, I never could get Fortress Maximus. When I was in my mid-20s, I was able to get the G1 Fort Max. So for me, getting multiples of this is like saying, it's like saying I'm sticking it to the times I couldn't get the things I couldn't get. Like when I was young, my mother took all my toys and gave them to Goodwill. She's like, well, you don't play with them anymore. So when I got older and I made good money, I started buying my childhood again. My G1 Scorpodok, Fort Max, could never own one. All the G1 toys, and some reason I just started collecting like multiples. I started to get I had like 3.5 Defensor complete sets, three complete C9 Piranacon sets, combiner sets. I had 3 Computrons. I had multiples of everything. And it just kind of sticks with me. And I just like buying multiples because it's fun. Because, for one, down the road, if I feel like I can give away something, I don't feel like I'm losing anything because I already have like another one or two of one. You know, it's like I don't know if Zach's ever told you guys this, but I gave him a Star Saber, Masterpiece Star Saber. He was down on his luck, going through a rough time, so I gave him a bunch of my figures. I gave him Generations Jetfire. I gave him Cloud Starscream. I gave him the mid-sealed in box Star Saber, and then a couple other things I forgot because he was having a really rough time and he was down on his luck, so I just gave him to him.
Well, I think, most of us on the podcast can appreciate, someone fulfilling their childhood dreams. I mean, some of us, like myself, are in that same boat where it's like, hey, I didn't have this as a kid and really wanted it. Now it's like, okay, cool, now I can go and buy it. So, yeah, that's understandable.
Yeah, I have a lot of childhood wish fulfillment going on.
Yeah. I think we're still going to give you crap about multiple Fort Maxes, though.
Definitely.
Well, I might get one more SDC Fort Max just so I can have two.
And then eventually you'll sell that one to me.
No, I was going to give it away to you.
Oh, that'd be so nice.
Isn't that nice?
Giving. Yes.
I know.
but Tim, it's safe to say that your collection is very fortified.
Yeah, it's like I just like to, and I like to go to Ross's and all those stores to get things on discount. So if I missed out on something several months, like right now, if you guys go to TG Maxx's, you can find G2 combiner sets for $39.
Yeah, I read the news on that today. Yeah, looks like someone found Superion also. It's not just Minosaur.
Yeah.
I don't know what I'm gonna do.
I don't know what I'm gonna do either. I might hit TG Maxx tomorrow. I haven't decided yet.
I'm already broke, so I don't know. I'm just gonna cry.
I don't think we have TJ Maxx's here.
Do you have Marshalls?
Marshalls are great too. I actually didn't realize my
Really,
Marshall
they sell
in my
Transformers
town.
at Marshalls?
Yeah.
Every now and then.
Oh god,
Is it kind of like Winners?
Mine has like a ton of combiner wars.
Yeah.
All the cons are $10, and Onslaught was $15. They had Scattershot, and I just, even at a discount price, I couldn't do it. I was like, that is such an ugly piece of garbage. And Scattershot was one of my favorite G1 toys. So I'm really angry that we still haven't got a good updated homage of him. Not even third party has nailed him. Nobody has nailed Scattershot yet then. The first third party, and I'm hoping it's DX9, nails Scattershot. I'm all over it.
Tim, talk about nailing Scattershot some more. I think we don't know how much you love him.
Oh gosh, they're gonna edit this into like a 10-second thing of me like saying random gibberish. It's just like, I'm a large man. This still hurts.
I'm sorry. That was like the best line of the audio clip.
Yeah, I gotta scroll up. I gotta have you post it again, Maz, because I had to clear out my cache and everything on my phone because I ran out of data. So I can save it and listen to it because it is still funny because it's so stupid.
Yeah, it's just clips of you. So funny.
Yeah, just me saying
It's
random
like a
stuff.
fun challenge with as I'm learning to do more stuff with Audacity. So that was a fun thing to play with.
Yeah, and but I just like collecting multiples because I can, and I just realized someday I won't be able to, so do it while I still can. It's just the way I've always been. It's like the only thing I don't have two of right now, I don't have a second Weird Wolf from Titan's Return. I did have two Mind Wipes. I have one Highbrow, but the next one I want to get will be in card, and I did find one at Walgreens today, but it had creases in it, and I didn't want to put a creased one on my wall.
I'm up to 3 hardheads right now.
I actually, the nice thing about Facebook, it's so much cheaper than eBay. If you find those buy, sell, trade groups. I got Hardhead and Skull Cruncher for $20 flat, loose, complete.
Well, you get them $20 on card now at Walmart.
Yeah.
Yeah, like how much are they on sale at? How much do they sell them at Walmart for?
$9.88.
$9.88.
So yeah, under $10 US.
Yeah,
just under.
So Canadian dollars, that would be like, I don't know, 12 to 15.
They sell it at $19.99.
Yeah, it's just Wave
whatever,
1
whatever
Deluxes
that
only.
is. But they have sales, and then they drop down to like $12.
I think it's interesting that the Wave 1s are going on clearance, but, you know, hopefully that means there's more Wave 2 coming.
See, I think I'll skip over Wave 2 and we'll just see 2017 Wave 1. That's my theory.
I'm getting Sky Shadow, that Lear Class Sky Shadow pre-Overlord, I'm getting that. Oh, yeah.
I'm hemming and hawing about that. I'm not quite sure if I want
I'm
to.
getting that Megatron, I'm getting that Prime. I'm getting it all. I'm getting it all. And multiples.
Of course, of course.
Of course.
Now, I don't always get multiples. I only do that on really special figures that give me warm and fuzzy.
That's what she said.
I gotta be careful what I say, because I know Matt's gonna edit this to a 30-second thing. I'm a large man, this still hurts. You know, the thing where that's the only part I remember. The other stuff is just a dramatic blur.
It was the best part.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Yeah. For those of you listening, that large man still hurts parts was from me messing with my Titans Return Fort Max, and I was doing the leg test, and his legs dropped like a stone and crushed my fingers. The Takara one didn't. I posted these videos in the line chat, which you guys hopefully watched them all, and showed the difference that the Takara one is far superior.
I
So I
should
know
put the
it's
clip
cool.
on YouTube.
yeah.
Though I will say this, that if you can't afford the Takara one, the Hasbro one's still better than the original Metroplex, because the joints aren't as tight as the Takara one, but they're tighter than Metroplexes in the thighs and hips area.
All right, so all right, so do we go Ocular Max Saltus, or do we go DX9 Hanzo?
Hanzo!
I do have to sign off. It is getting kind of late, and I have to get up kind of early in the morning. So I hope you guys have a good rest of your podcast.
All right, later, dude.
Have a
Bye.
good night.
Bye. See you, Counterpunch.
That Counterpunch. Such a nice guy.
Oh yeah. So that Hanzo, and I look at the pictures a lot. I love everything about it except my issue I had with it when I saw the alt modes. I thought, man, they look too much like real vehicles. And then I said, wait a minute, they're doing something that no one can pull off. I mean, if you, literally, I look at it and I see it just, it's a sweet figure. It's huge. I love that. It's going to be huge. There's actually some pictures I haven't posted yet where that Mastermind's Megatron is standing right next to it.
Okay.
And and you see people holding it in his hand. I got like several people holding this in his hand. He's a large dude. He's a big, bulky figure, which I'm really excited and happy about.
What surprised me the most about it was how nice the DX9 aesthetic is towards a cartoon version of that guy. I mean, he looks really good, and having the MMC Sixshot for a few years, I was like, I'm pretty good with having Sixshot. That's my Sixshot. That's awesome. But then you see this like really nice cartoon looking figure, and he does pull off several of those modes very well. It's going to be hard to say no when he comes out. I'll put it that way.
But yeah, I mean, I've already decided I'm buying it.
Did the pre-orders go up today, or is that yesterday?
Let's see. TF Direct has pre-orders for $149 right now.
Yeah, I think TF Source and Big Bad have it up today too.
Okay.
I'm thinking about going through big bad toy stores, because if I use their FedEx thing, they'll charge me maybe $5 to ship it, $7 to ship it. I mean, but that's their what is it called? Their smart ship or something. I don't know. It's cheap. Yeah. It's way cheaper than paying $158 freaking for 2 Fort Max from Japan. I'll tell you that much.
Yeah, that was one time that paying the Big Bad markup was actually going to be cheaper than the Japanese.
Yeah.
I don't think it typically goes that way, but yeah, that time it was.
Yeah.
Yeah. personally.
There's several different factors going into that one. I'm just saying, I'm glad I went with my usual e-tailer, paid what I would consider a marked up price, but at the same time didn't have to worry about, well, what's shipping going to be like. I knew how much I was going to pay when it came in. It hit like a brick when it did, but there was no surprise. So for me, it worked out very well. Anyway, Tim, anything else about Hanzo that quenches your thirst?
I think it's fantastic. It looks solid, and the best part is they didn't go with the G1 cartoon American aesthetic, which the Hasbro one is. They went with the Japanese aesthetic, and I was just like, oh my gosh. So he looks super posable. I love the head sculpt. I love the big feet. Everything about it is just it's sweet, and yeah, I'm buying it. I don't care if he has only one ninja sword. He's Sixshot. He only needs one.
He needs two. He's a dual wield. No, he's got two, actually.
The only thing I wish they didn't do...
He does have two.
And this is a super, super minor gripe, and I mean super minor, that his guns weren't chrome. Nothing against you guys who love chrome. I could care less. I would like it if they were white. The same, like the G1 Sixshot. The interesting thing is, unless these photos are fooling me, he looks like he's in Clone Droid colors, unless they're making a Clone Droid version too, which would not surprise me, because I have pictures of that as well.
Well, Clone Droid is really Japanese colors. He's a little more bluish on the show than green.
Yeah, but he looks sweet. I mean, he looks solid, well built, and unfortunately, it looks like I lost the pictures of the alt mode pics. So if you want to post that up online so I can re-download that, Josh, that'd be great.
I don't have any pictures of him, but well, there should be official images out with the pre-orders up, so I'll dig something out.
Oh, yeah, and I would just say if you're a Sixshot fan, I would pick this up without hesitation. Literally, once.
So whether
the okay from the wife
for December, and DX9 has been pretty good with hitting targets, so maybe you'll have it in time for Christmas. If anything, hopefully people who really want this guy, they'll have it in before Chinese New Year, when you have to wait like 2 weeks to a month and everything gets pushed back. So maybe, surprise, great entry for the end of 2016.
All right, and we also have one more Mastermind release with Ocular Maxx. Was it Saltus is the name for their Springer?
Yes, it is the Saltus. So here's the thing. It's weird because I really like Fans Project's version that looks like it came right out of the character design sheets. But the Saltus version, while there are differences, I think I like some of the aesthetics better, especially in the car mode. The car mode just looks right to me. It doesn't have that elongated back end. It's bulky. It's fun. The cockpit actually holds a figure, the masterpiece figure, and so they're showing Daniel in one of the still shots, and that looks really cool. As opposed to while screen accurate, still a really small cockpit when you look at Fans Project. Design wise, man, he's big. He's probably not as big as Alan, the Unique Toys version, but he is stocky. It looks like he has a lot of range for articulation, and they pull a really nice job of just generally keeping him like a smoothed out looking figure. Not a whole lot of jagged edges.
How many Springers is that out now? Is that at like 4? Let's see. Maketoys has got one.
How many what?
No, Springers. So no. So you've got the Perfect Effect one from way back in the day. A lot of people's first entrance into third-party collecting. Alan should be coming out anytime now, and that's Unique Toys. And then you have
Springer, isn't it?
What's that?
That's that huge Springer, isn't it?
Yes, it is. Fanstoys is MP styled and, really slavish to the character designs. And the Perfection series, which we're talking about now, it has the Studio Ox design, so it's a little bit more dynamic, kind of, action hero, superhero type of proportions. So, I mean, in more recent years, or what's currently on the table, we're looking at. Well, actually, let me take the back. There's a Toy World one coming out too, but that takes on, to me, a different aesthetic, not MP. So, I mean, 3 MP type versions right now.
There's also Fanstoys version that's coming out that was announced on the PowerPoint presentation at TFCON.
Yeah, I was just talking about that one.
And then DX has a Springer coming out as well. Saltus, do you believe?
This one we're talking about, it's Mastermind, not DX9.
Oh, sorry.
So, yeah.
But yeah, he looks very animation accurate to me, which is very impressive considering he's a triple changer. Yeah, sometimes people are liking Alan, just kind of the aesthetics of that, but this kind of hits the marks that I did like about Alan, but I actually like how the vehicles look on this guy.
Yeah, I said the vehicle mode, especially the car one, just does something for me. It's really nice. It deviates from the cartoon, but it looks better.
Yeah, I mean, you really want animation kind of style for the bot mode, and they can play with alt modes.
I agree. But what's fun is you could have one Springer from each company and put them into the different modes, and then it feels like it's okay to justify that.
Yeah, Tim, there you go.
Yeah.
Get one of every Springer.
Oh gosh, that's just too expensive.
And you get 3 of the Hasbro one if you don't have it already.
Well, there's Springer, there's Sandstorm, and then there's the ultra rare.
Actually, I do have 3 of him already.
Oh.
Should have known. I should have known.
You should have.
Springer, Spranger, and Sprunger.
There's also the Takara Legends one that's excessively green.
Sprung. And that's after the one they made a few years ago.
Yeah, 2 Takara versions, yes.
Oh, and also the BotCon 2014, 2015 version.
With Battle Trap?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, so Tim needs to get 3 Battle Traps out of that set.
There you go. Do it.
You're just jealous because I have multiples.
We want you to carry this through. Which be honest to yourself, truly and fully.
That's right.
You don't want to do it half-assed.
Of course not.
But yeah, this does look like a good figure. And I do have some other of the Ocular Maxx releases, and they're also very good. So I will definitely be picking this up at some point. And man, I can't wait to see some actual color images of them.
This message is about to self-destruct in 7 seconds.
Bum, 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 bum.
Alright, and Tim died. Okay. Alright. Alright. Shall we go ahead and get to the giant one?
Oh, yes, the giant elephant that's in the room right now. Ladies and gentlemen, I could believe it, but I was completely floored by seeing these still shots, and it happened late Saturday afternoon. Fanstoys, Terminus Giganticus. Giganticus.
That's a great name.
or not Titan class Omega Supreme, and he is 2 feet tall.
Yeah. Yeah, he's 2 feet tall. It's been confirmed, and that's up to the head. So the
His
little
wings,
that makes it higher. But man, Fanstoys is knocking it out the park. This looks amazing, and it looks like a whole lot of fun too, because you've got a playable base mode. You've got motorized tank. They look like they work well with the little human figures that Masterpiece brings out every now and then. And
he's got light up LEDs.
He's got light up LEDs, which I haven't seen yet, but that's
I just posted
that's
one of
all
the pics
cool.
in the Toy Box line chat.
I'll check it out. Oh, there we go. Dun dun dun. I'm being blah. All right.
And all the other DX9 Hanzo pics I have from Facebook.
Okay. Oh, there you go. Claw. The Claw has the LED. Nice. It's very cool. But man, the icing on the cake is, yeah, as Tim said earlier, he's 2 foot tall and just towers over the other robots like he's supposed to. And
in cartoon scale with MP10.
yeah.
That so I'm really surprised about that. I only have one small gripe with this figure. I know. His legs are a little short. His feet need to be a little bit longer. But I think if they did that, then he'd be like way bigger.
Way bigger, and as it is, I trust Fanstoys to put out a figure that's going to be able to stand up on its own, but this is a huge figure that's probably also going to be a heavy figure, so longer legs may not help that situation, but man, I'm just sitting here wondering, how am I going to display this guy when I get him?
Here's the real question. How much is he? Because remember, this is Fanstoys. They're Dinobot series, okay? Those by themselves are $200 freaking dollars. Okay? Now add in all these motorization LEDs and a 2 foot tall, highly molded plastic. I wouldn't be surprised if this thing was any less than $700.
I wouldn't be surprised if it's less. I'm actually banking on it being less.
And I guarantee it, that would make it totally out of my range. My wife would say, no freaking way. I mentioned constructor to her. The Toy World giant Devastator. It's 20 inches tall. Nope. No way.
Yeah. Well,
you're not buying a toy that's $600. So,
well, I think Fantoys knows that well, that there will be a price point that will shut off a portion of their customer base. But you also have to consider that they're going to have a large Jetfire coming out early 2016, and he's right above the 200 mark. So
yeah, I'm surprised with the price on him, honestly.
Yeah.
That thing's like 14 inches tall.
Yeah. So think about this too. Think about just, market entry. If they can sell enough pieces, then they can keep it at a bit of a lower price. And I think that's what they're going to go for. I think they're banking on their loyal fans going, man, I really need a masterpiece Omega Supreme in my life. And I think they're going to accommodate us. I'm saying it'll be sub 500.
Yeah, but unfortunately, still, that's out of my range. But if you guys can afford it, I'll just enjoy all the pics and videos you guys post, and then curl up in a ball in the corner and start to cry.
Just hug all of your Fort Maxes. You'll be okay.
I have more Fort Maxes than you bastards!
In a couple years, you can buy several Hashtag Omega Supremes too.
That's right.
Hopefully, it's look. Okay, let's be honest. I don't think they can make it. They won't make it like G1 Omega. They will make it like G1 Modern updated.
Sure.
But they're also smart jumping on this before Hasbro, because we all know Omega Supreme Scorponok are coming. So what do third parties do? They beat it to the punch.
Well, listen, I was absolutely thrilled Saturday evening when I started seeing pics of this guy out and about, and again, just surprised at how much they released, in this one sitting. So, he's damn nice looking.
He's got knees that could crush fingers. Have you seen him?
Yeah, because he's a large man.
No. It's basically just take a knee and then split it open into an L shape. There's nothing to cover it, so the knee looks like his knees are like broken in half.
Oh, gosh. Well, you know what? At least Fantoys didn't just show us a leg of Omega Supreme. So I applaud them. But yeah, dude, this is the Omega Supreme I want on a masterpiece. display. I can't say shelf because I'm not sure what shelf can support him, but it's as damn cartoon accurate as I can hope for.
Yeah, I will say it's very ambitious and impressive. Also, at the same time, here's the only thing to be concerned about. When they show these panels of third party, there have been third party prototype pics on panels shown that never got made. That being said,
this is from a company that's been successful with their releases so far. I think some of the third-party stuff we never did see was from companies that were new to the game or had one mediocre release previously. But Fanstoys is pretty well established at this point.
Yeah, I mean, now we're looking at, close to 5 years. Because originally their first project was the Optimus Prime trailer, even though it wasn't under the Fanstoys brand. At least I don't think it was. And then they had the MP Soundwave prototypes running around along with Blaster, which, that got curtailed because Takara said, hey, look at ours, Soundwave. So, yeah, about 5 years. And even though there are a lot of products that, the public has now seen and we're anxiously waiting on, they do take the time to bring these to market at good prices, usually good QC, and it's a company that I think we can trust.
Well,
Tim, I think it's just a matter of when, not if. When.
I wouldn't be surprised if another third party steps out of the woodwork, like Toro goes, "Oh, hey, here's our Mega Supreme." then they're going to feel like Zach when he bought his Striker Manus, and they just came out with the Nemesis one, and that's what he really wanted.
But then there's also Thunder Manus, which is Power Master / Genrai styled, and I think that was also upsetting for Zach.
Yeah, that thing's pretty impressive looking too. And I'm just, I'm almost like thinking about canceling my pre-order for my Takara one, because that thing looks good. And I'm just like, oh, come on, really?
And then, you go hear it here first, even though I don't know any of these companies at all. Thunder Manus Noir, because you need a Nucleon Quest Convoy. That's what you need.
Oh, definitely.
Fire Guts God Genrai.
Yep. 2 orange.
No, I used to own a Fire Guts God Genrai. And yes, he was very orange and red. Technically, that's kind of what Sentinel Prime is on Titan's Return. But the color scheme anyways.
Yeah, Sentinel Prime is totally Fire Guts colors.
Yeah.
I mentioned Sentinel Prime looks really good in clear plastic. Like, I hate the guy, but I love that toy.
He looks like I love how he looks like Neon Nuclear Meltdown, the SDC version.
And yeah, put a couple clear orange render form weapons on him too. It just really sells the image.
There you go. Sounds like a good display. But
yeah,
speaking of a good display, please, Fanstoys Omega Supreme, come into my life. This will be amazing. Oh, and just to jump off of that, one of the last images from that slideshow, they also teased another very large robot next to Omega Supreme, who may be
Devastator. I couldn't believe it.
Yep. So, hey, look forward to not having any money at all. It's great.
and this one looks like it's going to be bigger than Toy World's because it's the silhouette standing next to Make Supreme, which is 2 feet tall. So that makes him bigger than Toy World's, and I'm just like, oh my gosh, man! I'm just like, third party will get to the point that only rich people can buy the product, and then there'll be a lot of sad faces. Then Wei Zhang will go, don't worry, we'll KO it, and we'll make it better and a lot cheaper. Thank you, Wei Zhang, we love you.
Except that RC. That RC looks rubbish.
Oh, yeah. Well, it's based off of the Generations RC, so I don't know. I mean, that's a good RC, don't get me wrong, but just that's not the figure I want upscale.
A leader class oversized Ironhide, Masterpiece Ironhide with no hip skirts.
To go with all the other Masterpiece figures that are underscaled to him.
Well, I guess their oversized Prime can have a buddy.
Yeah. Sorry to be a Debbie Down on that one. They do make good figures, but I'm not about to start rebuying a line of oversized masterpiece. I'm
Oh,
happy.
you don't have to. I'm just saying that they're always a quality company. Though I hear their Robot Wars Hound is breaking left and right. Um, I guess that project was too ambitious for them.
Yeah.
Well, Brad will be bummed to hear about that.
Yeah, that does. I mean, that did look like a great figure. I was interested in it. Definitely movie accurate compared to the official releases, which crap.
You know, I do kind of like the Hasbro release though.
Really?
I hate the
Okay.
head on it, but I kind of like Hound and kind of more barrel-chested heroic proportions with no gut. But I love the gut too. So, but it's almost like Hound in his heyday, I imagine.
Yeah,
Before he got to Earth and learned about fried foods and pizza and let
right.
himself go to waste while Prime was sitting in a theater in Texas,
Yeah.
learning about
Energon,
Romeo and Juliet laws.
Energon
Oh,
with preservative and other nonsense. Oh well.
Yeah, overprocessed Energon.
Yeah. All right. So we've moved through.
Oh, there's one on the list that I did want to talk about. Mayhem Mekanics, their Unrustable Bastards line. I know it kind of got sort of announced at TFCON. They've been showing pictures for a while. Their Kickstarter launched on the same day. And I don't know what to think.
uh, I don't know what to think either. Looking at the pics, they're like what, motorcycles, sort
Yes.
of.
Yeah.
The
Uh,
motorcycles and the riders turn into like a Power Master chest for them. And like they have some awesome weapons. There's this chainsaw gun that looks crazy. I'm a little turned off. They're in all this weird kind of off yellow color. That's probably the thing that's kind of giving me hesitation the most.
I don't know. When I saw it, I kind of just skipped that picture. I was like, eh. It didn't look. It didn't look interesting to me. And that's just my opinion. And you know, I don't know. I mean, I didn't see anything that really impressed me. The only thing that impressed me was like Hanzo and Omega Supreme stuck out, and I like that Mastermind Creations Megatron. And I was like, oh my gosh, I wish I was rich.
So with me, I kept up with the news of the Unrustable Bastards for a few years since they initially pulled out the teasers, and of course you saw that they had plans for several different figures using pretty much the same configuration. They look neat. I'm not really sure if I can support it, and I think I talked to y'all offline about this a bit too. Just I don't know. For me, Kickstarters don't work too well. I'd rather, have something like a product I can go order from a store as opposed to the pre-order and wait 2 years or whatever it takes to get in. So I'm not. I think they've lost a customer in me just for that part, but they are nice designs, and I hope they can, meet their goal. I'd like to at some point see, a mass release of, the other figures that come out, and maybe I can pick up one or two.
And it's kind of sad, like some of the stretch goals I'm more interested in than the primary ones. They got like an Armada Sideways as their 80,000 goal, named
Oh wow!
Spectre General. So that's an awesome name too.
Yes, it is. That's clever.
120 grand if they make it that far. They have Otomo is what it's called. It's basically the Kira bike.
Okay.
It's like I probably would have gone for that as an initial one. Just red and black. You can't go wrong with that. So I'm kind of a little bummed that that's kind of so far ahead.
Yeah.
And then
Well, if
they're-
you want, Josh, you can post the link in the Toy Bikes podcast, and I'll check it out.
yeah, then their final stretch goal is called Nimbus Quarrel. It's basically the Final Fantasy VII Cloud Bike with a Buster Sword.
That's pretty cool.
So there's some cool ideas. I think that the designers have some pedigree with other third-party companies. Just, I'm kind of weird about yellow bikes. I didn't know I had an issue with them.
So, do you think they would clash with the Junkions?
I guess that's the thing. I guess they kind of want to go sort of Junkian style, but not really. They look
Maybe
like too clean and too dirty at the same time. I don't know.
I guess it's just the way they chose to utilize the palette. I'm just trying to remember off of memory with some of those color pictures. It didn't totally impress me. The design, yes, but the colors, I could do without.
And that's where I'm at, is I like the design, but the colors have me thrown at the moment. So I'm kind of bummed by it. Like, I really want to go for it, but I just can't convince myself to put $100 down on a maybe.
Right. Okay. So you said the Kickstarter started this past Saturday. So what, are given it like a month?
I've given it a month, so they're, 3 days in right now, and they're halfway to their goal.
Oh, okay. Well, that's promising. Maybe they hit one of those stretch marks and you can change up and get the Akira bike or one of the other designs you want.
No, that would be an add-on. You can't just go in for the...
Okay. Well,
Oh
kiss
my God.
my
Those were heads? I looked like a snake. That is a lot of helmets.
Yeah, so there's several helmet designs for different members of the robot biker gang. So there's kind of 2 initially available, but if you want the other styles, you have to kind of go in for all of them.
Mm.
So there's like a 5-pack and a 7-pack, I think.
So Tim, that's like, you could just buy 5 at a time and you'd be good. You'd have all that.
Seriously? Are you really going to rag on me every time someone comes up and say, oh, Tim, you could just buy 5 of those or 10 of those?
Yes.
It's
Yes.
a running joke. You have to have something that the audience can connect to each episode, even within the episode.
Well, I'm crazy. That should
Right,
be
so you're
enough.
crazy, you buy too much dragon stuff and multiples of things. I buy just random who knows what. And Necro has the darkness in his heart that he expresses on the outside.
Yes,
No, he eats his Generation RCs.
I do, and also the darkness eats away at any savings I have, so it's a sad existence. Lots of plastic, which I guess that's appropriate, but yeah. Anyway, Tim, we're just joking with you. Jeez.
I know. Oh,
Been so serious lately, dude. Too serious.
I don't know. I don't know.
I'm gonna pull a Heath Ledger on you, man.
You're gonna pull Heath Ledger? Don't hit me in the face. My head gets all fuzzy, and
Why so serious, Tim?
Oh man, Heath Ledger, best Joker ever.
You don't
Live
like
act.
the Jared Leto with his grill in Suicide Squad?
I didn't even watch it, and I wasn't really impressed in the previews. See, even though Jared Leto did a lot of crazy things to get into character, but he did stupid crazy. Heath Ledger was a smart crazy, an intellectual crazy. It's like you wanted to root for the Joker almost some of the time.
I like Suicide Squad Joker. Actually like the movie. Other
I
than
like
the
this-
villains.
I like the movie. I'm not sure about the design for Joker. That's not going to stop me from getting the figure arts version of it, but I don't know. It's weird. It's way different than what we've had before. So,
I like the
I
little
don't know.
backstory that I guess they've not covered in the movie yet, but I guess Batman basically knocked out Joker's teeth after something he's done in his past. So the grill is kind of him replacing his teeth after Batman busted them out. So I think it's interesting.
that is. I won't kill you, but I'll bust out your teeth. Now stop smiling at me, Joker. Cool. All right, so
Alright, so we're an hour into this. We'll have a half-hour TFCON talk. Shall we go ahead and end it here, maybe, and discuss Gits another time on a time where there's less news?
Yes.
that's fine.
Alright, very good. Alright, well, that was our news this time. We'll get to Toy Gits on another episode. Again, I'm mazintotoro, and here at the end here we have Necro Oblivion
And remember, kids, hi.
and Timotheus Prime.
Thank you all for listening, and I'm a dragon.
Alright, good night, folks.